Hi, I'm Johnny and you're watching the Hexy Beast, and I'm stood outside a train station, which can usually only mean one thing. And that means I'm on my way to a convention. And in this case, I'm headed to Taunton to head to Gridcon and to go meet Paul Grogan and everything. So anyway, let's just catch our train and get on with the journey. Okay, so we're in the station now. It's time to get to our platform and actually get on with our journey. Anyway, hopefully I'll catch you there. Have a look at some fun footage of trains and stuff now, innit? Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so we've pretty much arrived at Taunton now. All I've got to do is find a taxi. I'm going to have a quick cigarette and then hopefully we can get to the venue and actually start some gaming, which should be some fun. Anyway, I'll catch you there. Okay, so we've actually made it here now, so my next step is to literally get into some of those gaming rooms, and I think I got my first game of Whistle Mountain booked with Luke Hector at around 12 o'clock. So anyway, I'm going to get inside and get playing, enjoy some of the b-roll, and I'll take you over a tour around the gaming rooms later. Gridcon is a convention that's set up by Paul Grogan, who runs Gaming Rules, the YouTube channel. A lot of you probably know who he is, especially if you're watching me. And it's basically just a weekend booked out at a hotel where a lot of us get to play a lot of games over a very short period of time, and we get to just basically hang out, have a lot of fun, and enjoy this great hobby that we love so much. It's also one of the very few times that I actually play multiplayer games at conventions, so I always really enjoy them just for that fact, because I get to expand my horizons a little. Okay, so this is the first day of the convention, and as you can tell, I'm actually inside the hotel room right now after a long day of gaming. It's been a great day. I've met a lot of great people and I've had quite a lot of fun. I've played quite a few games actually. So basically when I first got here, the first game I played at around 12 o'clock was with Luke Hector, and we basically finished off a game of Whistle Mountain that we tried to start in 2021 at UK Games Expo. And it's quite surreal to actually finish that game. I just want to say that I actually quite enjoy Whistle Mountain. And I actually think that I'm probably going to end up playing some more of it. I'm actually tempted to buy a copy for myself to try out the solo mode. So after that then we played, in the same group we played Forts, which is basically like a sort of deck building game from Leader Games. Has a similar art style to Root. I think they use the same artist actually. It's basically like a sort of resource management game about collecting pizza and toys and then converting that pizza and those toys into leveling up your character, and there's just some fun, interesting goals like the cats and stuff. So all in all, I actually quite enjoyed Forts, although I did find that it was actually a bit fiddly. It was kind of abrasive on me at first. It took me a few rounds to actually get my head wrapped around it, because of the way the cards work and some of the... I'm not used to that level of player interaction where I was kind of planning my turns to myself in between my turns, and I didn't realise that a lot of the times I could have followed some cards, but now I know better. I think I'd actually really enjoy the card game, so I'm looking forward to playing that again. Okay, so after Forts then, I think there was actually a copy of Hopla Marcus remastered in the library, so we had a bit of fun of that. First of all, Mark taught the game to Mike Dennis and Michael from Ready Steady Play, and then we decided to play a 2 versus 2 game, so basically a 4-player game, which took us up most of the rest of the evening until the actual gameplay halls closed. And then once they closed, interesting story, we were just wandering out of the conventional, ready to go back to our hotels at the end of the evening and stuff. And we bumped into Vital Lacerda, and he ended up showing us a nice new prototype about a musical-based game. And it has some really interesting mechanics. It's actually quite a bit shorter than his usual designs, a little bit less complex, designed to be played a lot quicker. I can't really say more about it, but I just want to say that just a thanks to Vital Lacerda for letting us play that prototype. It was an amazing game. And that basically brings us to all the games that we have played. I just want to say it was actually, it's been a really good day actually. I've been really enjoying myself. I've met a lot of people, like I said, hanging out with Vital Lacerda at the end of the evening was a good laugh to have a few drinks and go over that new game. And just basically want to say that all in all, it's been a great time, and that's the end of my Friday video.
You up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough.
Okay, so it's Saturday morning here at Gridcon, and the first thing I'm going to do is get myself a cup of coffee, maybe even a cappuccino, because they have some nice cheap coffee downstairs. And then we're just going to have a little look around the gaming rooms, and I'm going to take you around and just show you what each room entails. So anyway, let's just get on with that, shall we? Okay, so here I am on a Saturday. I'm just going to have a quick look around at the rooms upstairs. I'm not really going to put my head into them because they all seem to have games going on in them, and they're a lot more private than the ones downstairs. So I might not be able to show you the inside, but I figured we might as well have a look while we're up here, isn't it? Okay, and in the next room in the Richton Suite, we have another room sponsored by Hatchet Games. We also have Vital there, but we're not going to get in his way. Okay, so we also have the Henley Suite, which also has games going on in it. This room is also sponsored by Hatchet Games UK. And let's just move on to some of the other gaming rooms now. Okay, so next here we are at the Bring and Buy, which is sponsored by Board and Dice, which they make a lot of the games that a lot of us love, so that's a good one. Run for your lives! Oh no, what have we found? It's a wild Luke Hector. Okay, we also have this second gaming room, which is also sponsored by Minecraft Games. But as you can see, the gaming rooms are actually very busy at the minute. Okay, so it's not just the gaming rooms where the game is going on. You may also find that gaming will creep out of the main gaming areas of the hotel. So if you follow me through, as you can see, this is basically the hotel lounge, and there's still plenty of people gaming here. Lots of things going on. You can also buy drinks. There's also breakfast and coffee and all the things that us gamers like to consume at a convention. Okay, so that brings us to the end of Sunday at Gridcon, and it's time for me to get a train and go home. So want to say I've had a lot of fun, and a big thank you to Paul Grogan for putting this event on. I've met a lot of people, played a lot of games, and now I'm just tired and I want to go home and have something to eat. Something that's not hotel food and cost me 15 quid for pizza. Okay, so here we are back in home sweet home Newport. Just gonna head back now, and I might have to refilm some of the bits I got on the weekend where I talk about my games, because I may have had a few too many shandies and I may have been slurring my words a little. But anyway, I'll talk to you once we get back to the shelf. Okay, so here we are back at the shelf, ready to talk about the rest of the games I played at the convention. First of all, I'm just going to mention that I'm going to combine both Saturday and Sunday into this section, because I didn't play that many games on Sunday and I kind of went home early. Mainly because I needed to get trains and stuff. There was no reasons. But anyway, let's just get on with day 2, shall we? So on the first game I played on Saturday was the new Deep Sorrow stuff for Legends Untold. I was with Mike Dennis and Michael from Ready Steady Play, as they had a prototype. They got it out. We basically went through the basic tutorial to sort of get Michael back up to speed with the game and stuff. So I did get a nice new look at the new combat player aid, as well as the new readiness trackers and stuff. And personally, my personal feeling is that right now I prefer the readiness tracker from the old game, but I really do like the new combat stuff. But luckily for me, I already own the old stuff, so I can kind of mix and match and it shouldn't be a problem. So anyway, the next game I played that day was Runar, which is a game coming to Kickstarter soon, and I think the main issues I had with it was just the fact that there were parts missing from the prototype, and it is still very early in development and hasn't been launched yet, so I can't really say much more about it. But that brings us on to the third game of the day, which was probably one of my favourites, and also the point where I bumped into some other Welsh people. So Marcus and Paul, it was good to meet you. But anyway, it was Heat Pedal to the Metal, which you've probably heard of at this point. I know Mark Dainty's done a good solo video of it. But it's a really good racing game. It involves a lot of hand management, and you also have to deal with the risks of the heat, as well as having stress cards that sort of limit your choices. I had a lot of fun playing it 6-player with all those people. It was including Mike Dennis, Michael, Mark Dainty, and Paul and Marcus, who joined us at the convention. It went really well for the first game, and then in the second game I kind of spilled the drink and almost destroyed Mark's copy of the game. So Mark, I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad to hear that the game is doing well. So anyway, that's everything we played on Saturday, so let's move on to Sunday. And the first thing I want to say about Sunday is I actually only played one game. I went over to the Games Law retailer, which is actually the only retailer at Gridcon, and I ended up buying Stellarium, one of the Oniverse games. And I just basically played that after my breakfast, sat at the table, and just sort of winding down on the Sunday before I had to start gearing up to go home. And I'm quite enjoying it. It has a lot of extra modules that seem to add a lot to the game, and I'm really looking forward to getting that one that introduces the board added to it. Also, I just want to say, at that point, I'd finished all my gaming. I was just going around saying goodbye to people I'd met at the convention. I just want to say a big thank you to Paul Grogan and Vicky for organising this event. It has been a hell of a good time. I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely coming back for Gridcon 4. So anyway, if you've been enjoying the content or just want to see some more gaming videos, feel free to smash my subscribe button by there and check out another one of my videos by here. Anyway, I've been Johnny, you've been watching The Hexy Beast. Thank you for watching, and most of all, stay hexy everyone!